Hello Scorpio, my name is Jason. This is your general tarot reading for May 2019. It's a general reading, so it could be about love, career, any questions at the forefront of your mind. You'll know in the first minute or so, I would say, if this is resonating for you. If it's not, please go ahead and check out my moon and rising, or my readings for your moon and rising signs. I'm pretty sure they resonate much more strongly than the sun signs so often. For now, Scorpio, you go into this period with the Sun card. So there's an awareness you have about things. You're feeling very optimistic. It's like things have just lined up for you. Perhaps the relationships are going okay, your work is going okay, you've found some creative passions, and you're feeling okay with being vulnerable. I'm getting that you're okay now to sort of show a bit more of yourself. In the past, you may have felt a little restricted somehow, but maybe there was a social get together or something, and it's allowed you to break the ice with some people around you, and it's really helped you feel so much better about things. What's crossing you? You have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles talks about resources, and I'm thinking that in this case there may be some decisions you're making about how to allocate your resources. I'm feeling that you have some, if this is money, perhaps you've recently come across some money or gotten into some kind of a contract, and now you're having a bit of an issue with splurging. You don't want to splurge. You're wondering how to spend this money the best way because you may not be aware of where the next lot is coming from. So something like that. If it's not about that, then it could be that you're still just releasing something from the past. I'm feeling that something that's been bugging you for a long time, and you want to release, but you keep coming back to it somehow. And maybe someone in your environment just every few weeks or months just comes back and just has another dig at you, and you haven't been happy with the way you've been handling it, and there may just be some regrets or some things you'd wish you had said which you haven't, and now you're just waiting for the next time this person says something. But generally things are feeling pretty good. I'm feeling there's just some choices you're making about some allocation of resources. You might be a bit worried about spending too much or splurging too much. That's what it's feeling like there. Your conscious goal. Okay, you have the Two of Swords, so there's a decision you need to make, and you haven't really got all the information you want, but you want to go ahead and get something started anyway. It's almost like you're happy to take a risk, even though you know that you're going to have to let these swords down and open yourself up a little bit. Okay, so you may have some time, but the tide is coming in behind you. You'll see that. So this is a decision you'd rather not make, but you know it's for the best in the long run. That'll make sense to you if it's working. Your unknown influence. You have the Ten of Cups. So the Ten of Cups talks about abundance, a happy family home, and this is because you're feeling so good. Don't forget we had the Sun card here as well. Because you're feeling pretty good about things on the whole, you're going to be prepared to take more risks and put yourself out there a little more, and that can only be a good thing, really. There are a lot of things inside us that influence the decisions we make sometimes, and we don't actually realize that until we look back on it afterwards. and that's coming through there. But because you're feeling in a pretty good place, it's allowing you to take some more chances. I'm feeling okay, and it's allowing you to open up to someone or to a group of people. Recent past. Okay, so in the recent past, we have the Six of Pentacles. Again, this is about the allocation of resources, and perhaps you were given responsibility to delegate or allocate or hand out, or you may have been in charge of somebody's will or a contract, and you had to decide how much of your space would go to this and how much would go to that kind of thing there. And I think you did it as fairly as you could. If it's not that, I'm feeling that perhaps you got like a windfall, so you got a lump sum or a sizable amount of money which allowed you to do something and take some more chances than you might normally take. Okay, your approaching influence, the Four of Swords. So you're coming up to a period where you're going to have time to sit back and reflect on how much you've grown, Scorpio. And I think you're going to like what you see. If you look at things objectively, you're going to see that you have been able to forgive the past and forgive yourself and forgive others, and it's just that you're still having trouble communicating with them because you just don't see eye to eye on something. But this feeling that you're going to be getting from meditating and going within yourself and just checking out just how far you've come, it's going to help you realize that you're going to go up a level in your self-esteem somehow, and the way you see others as well. Okay, your talents that you're bringing to the situation, whatever the situation is, there's a new start coming. This is the Ace of Cups. So you're feeling as though there's a new start for you somehow, a new start emotionally, because you've got this awareness now, you've let things go, you're starting to see yourself in a positive light, where maybe before there were things that you didn't realize that you didn't like about yourself. You have realized that, and you've released, and along comes this new a new way of thinking, a new spirituality that you've reached, and it's a beautiful energy I'm getting there, Scorpio. It feels really nice. Okay, in your environment, you have the Page of Wands. Now, this is the way your environment may see you, the way you see the environment. I'm feeling that the world around you at the moment is seeing you as quite a self-starting go-getter with this charisma, energy, willing to take chances and planning some kind of future with a bit of fire in your belly. This character here has some clarity of space around them now. Looking at that wand, I'm thinking of that wand as like a fire stick, and he's going, right, what can I set alight with this wand, with this stick? How can I use this magic, if you like, this passion? Where can I put my passion? And so people may be seeing you as this kind of energy, as someone who is really enthusiastic about life and is ready to embark on a new adventure. And I'm feeling that you may be approached soon, perhaps by someone who thinks the same way, and you may be invited into like a group somehow. And I'm thinking you'll probably want to take this because it'll help develop your resume or a side of you that you haven't sort of tried before. Okay, in your hopes and fears, you have the Fool card. So this is a new opportunity. I quite often see the Fool and the Page of Wands, very similar energies. Okay, the Fool takes a leap of faith and doesn't worry too much about consequences, sort of similar to the Page of Wands. And because this is in your hopes and fears position, I'm getting the idea that you are ready to see what else is out there for you now with this newfound sense of freedom that you have. You're feeling brave, if you like, and a little less careful, okay? And perhaps it's got to do with some kind of a windfall or some financial security or emotional security which you've acquired because of the way you're seeing the world, this new perspective that you have somehow. And your outcome, you have the Two of Pentacles. So by the end of the month, you will have taken on an extra responsibility or an extra set of responsibilities, and you're going to be able to handle them quite well. And it's going to, again, I talked before about adding something to your resume or to your repertoire, if you like. That's what this is going to do here. You'll be able to maybe have two jobs, and you may have to do the job of the work of another person while they're on holidays, or perhaps they're ill or something. But it's working for you because it's developing your skills, and you'll be able to do this indefinitely, just like this character here juggling these pentacles is quite comfortable doing it, and he's quite happy doing it. And that's really going to work for you to give you this sense of satisfaction and this sense of belonging, perhaps a sense of status amongst your peers that you can do this. And I feel like that's an opportunity which will come back to you in the future. And there may be an opening for you in a job that's been brought about by you exercising these skills and demonstrating that you can juggle these responsibilities quite comfortably. So that's what I got for you, Scorpio. I hope that's resonated for you. It sounds like a pretty good reading. Please let me know in the comments how it's worked for you. And of course, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll talk to you in a couple of weeks.